Welcome to Module 6, the last one. Let's look at what you've built. Module 1, your mindset. 2, your pillars. 3, your tool stack. 4, your prompts and your idea bank. 5, your visuals and your consistency sheet. You've got every piece of the content engine now, except the part that makes it actually run every week without you rebuilding it from scratch. That's today. Lesson 1. The difference a system makes. Without one, you sit down at 9 p.m. staring at your phone going, "What do I post tomorrow?" Every session starts from zero. It's exhausting, and it's the #1 reason people go quiet. With a system, you have a rhythm. Ideation happens periodically, in batches. Creation happens weekly, in batches. Scheduling happens once, and then it just runs. Each week costs you less energy than the last, because the system holds the structure and you just execute inside it. Lesson 2. So here's the weekly rhythm. Adjust the days to fit your life. The structure is what matters. Once a month, your batch ideation session. Revisit your pillars. Refill the idea bank. It's a longer session, but it only happens occasionally. Once a week, your creation batch. Pull ideas from the bank. Run your prompts for captions and scripts. Use your consistency sheet for visuals. Make everything for the week in 1 or 2 focused sessions. Once a week, schedule and publish. Load it all into your scheduler, set your times, done. That takes the daily, "Do I need to post today?" pressure off your plate entirely. And daily, just engagement. Reply to comments, talk to people. That's the only daily task. And notice it's the human part, the part AI shouldn't do for you. Lesson 3. Now let's multiply it. Repurposing. One core piece of content, say a video script with visuals, that becomes the full video on YouTube, a clipped highlight for Reels and TikTok, a still or carousel for the feed, caption adapted with your framework, key quotes as a text post. One creation session, 5 pieces of content. That's not laziness, that's leverage. Same context and voice, different constraints and format for each platform. That's how real content operations scale without scaling the effort. Lesson 4. To lock it in, your workbook has the 30-day content calendar, your pillars as recurring themes, slots for your batch ideated ideas, a repurposing map, and the weekly rhythm tracker. Your action step, and this one completes the course. Fill out the weekly content system planner. Fill out the 30-day calendar. Then run your first week. Even if it's imperfect, the point is to feel the system working. Then ask yourself, what was easier than the old way? What still feels clunky? Refine from there. Let's recap. A system turns content from a daily scramble into a weekly rhythm. The structure: batch ideation monthly, creation weekly, scheduling weekly, engagement daily. Repurposing multiplies your output without multiplying your work. And the 30-day calendar brings all 6 modules into one working machine. And listen, congratulations. Seriously, you didn't just learn about AI content creation, you built a content engine. Mindset, strategy, tools, words, visuals, and a system to run it all. That's more than most people ever finish. So here's one last thing to sit with. You now have a system for making consistent, on-brand content. But what if the brand itself could be a character? An AI personality with its own identity, its own audience, growing on its own. That's Course 2. Build a virtual influencer. We take the exact consistency framework from Module 5 and build something from the ground up. If this course gave you the engine, Course 2 shows you what to put behind the wheel. I'll see you there. Nice work, really.